So this time last weekend was a rough one for me. I was mourning the loss of Traci Braxton, and I was crying almost all Saturday. And a washcloth wasn't even big enough to get all my tears. I had to get a hand towel, and I would just, tears just kept rolling, but it's like running water. And as I was crying, I kept trying to figure out, like, why am I taking Traci's death so hard? And she's not even related to me. I've never met her. And so I just started thinking about her, and then I thought about DMX death and how I took his death hard, and then I thought about Frankie, Keisha Cole's mom. And as I continued to cry, I had to figure out, well, what significant importance to my life, like what's the message that they gave to me? What did I take away from just their presence and their being? And I'm still just crying. And one thing about Traci, she always expressed herself. Whether she was right or wrong, whether it was correct grammar or broken English, whether she was cursing or anything, she always expressed herself. The same with DMX. As a child growing up in society where, men gotta be macho and stuff, DMX, a thug from the streets, a rapper, hard street, gritty. He would cry during prayer on stage, a lot of his performances. So me being like 9 and 10 years old, seeing like, shit, DMX, he cry. And ain't nobody calling him a punk or calling him, names and stuff like that. So early on, DMX taught me that it's okay to cry. And now I cry at the drop of a dime. You could tell me a story and I'll put myself in your shoes. And, I get teary-eyed. I was just on the phone with my best friend, Dion, and we were talking about different family stuff, and, I'm holding back tears just as she's telling me stuff. Frankie, Keisha Cole's mom, she always expressed love, and, she enjoyed being happy with her family and stuff. And to me, she really showed me that people struggle with stuff, but Keisha always loved her mom. And Frankie reminded me of a lot of people in my family that struggle with different addictions, or, we have people that struggle with being honest. We have habitual liars. People struggle with money management. People struggle with time management. People are always late. So you can't just, people struggle with hating on other people and being envious with other people. But what Frankie showed me is that, no matter what somebody struggled with, she struggled with addiction. Frankie showed me that you love them in spite of, because you can't choose your family. DMX showed me, you express yourself, even if it means you crying. Traci Braxton, you express yourself, even if you sometimes might gotta curse some people out. But as I cried and cried last Saturday, I kept thinking, people have told me, you should do a YouTube page, you should do a podcast, and I've been wanting to put my voice and just my message out there on my social media accounts, because I've always wanted to help other people and inspire them and motivate them just to do better. I'm not perfect, no one's perfect, but we always can do better. And that's really what I want to do now. I want to, on a weekly basis, start uploading videos just about something I encountered throughout the week, and how it might can affect or help other people. And so with Traci passing away, I felt like it was time for me to express myself. Traci longed to be with her family and to sing with her sisters again. And that's when she felt most happy. And I'm very family oriented, and I love being with my family. And anybody in my family will tell you I have no problem expressing myself. But a lot of times the way I express myself to my family is I more so cater to their needs. I'll hold back certain things that I say because I know they're not prepared or they can't handle, what I have to say. I'm very patient, and I'm very observant with how I deal with people. And I notice like a lot of people just have problems expressing themselves. And I feel like it has a huge part to do with the fact that a lot of people don't know themselves. We go through stuff, as a kid and growing up that really affects us. And shit, from the ages of 7 to probably like 17, people in school, my peers would talk about me every day. And it wasn't until I graduated high school that I really got a level of confidence that nobody can take away from me, because I didn't have to go to school and hear people telling me what they thought I was or who they think I am or how I came off to them. So once I finally, graduated and became an adult, I had to learn to get to know me and just pay attention to everything that I've been through. And I'm at a point now where I'm just not holding back. I haven't been holding back, but as far as like putting myself out there on my social media, I really want to get my message across. So I'll be doing videos like this more often, just different topics. Like this week, I just really want y'all to really be conscious about how you express yourself. A lot of times we just think certain things and don't say it. I'm the one that always gonna say what I'm thinking and feeling. So if you've been feeling a certain way towards somebody, and it doesn't have to cause tension, but if you want to help somebody or you just want them to know more about how to deal with you, you have to express yourself. You have to let them know who you are and what they mean to you. Don't ever be afraid to express yourself, even on your own social media accounts. I feel like what's been keeping me back is that people are like, oh, well, you heard what he said, or why he say that, or listen to how he talk, or people gonna always have something to say. People talk shit about Frankie, people talk shit about DMX, and people talk shit about Traci, but I love them. And from their life, the message I got from them is be yourself and don't be afraid to express yourself. Like I said, nobody's perfect, but we can all do better. Until next week.